What's up, guys? Back in my lawn chair, my water at a safe but reachable distance. Pardon me. I guess the real reason behind this one is, so the whole reason I really wanted to do this YouTube channel was eventually try to be one of the cool kids that break down fights. Not the best at it, and honestly, I've been putting it off because of that. But let's be real. I'm not really dealing with high quality content right now. I'm getting started. I guess the moral of this little bit of the story is to get started. I've always been kind of nervous, so I was like, you know what? I need to do more research, or when did he fight that guy? And hey, I'm learning. But I do know I'm happy to do this. So let's give it a shot. Cowboy versus, I keep trying to call him Cowboy Gaethje, like he's one person. That would be there's gotta be a Cowboy's last name, Gaethje. But yeah, Cowboy. I'm 100% for a while there. Cowboy definitely was 100% convinced he's my favorite fighter. But when picking favorites, I've always thought that was kind of weird. I was like, I guess I can call him a favorite. But that being said, I'm in love with the dude in a totally non-weird way. Just I don't know. We'll stop. We'll leave that one right there. And so yeah, clearly a Cowboy homer. Also, I'm gonna say I was 100% convinced he was gonna win the belt. Like I said, not super sure of the facts because I just am an emotional fight fan. I know it was right after he fought Porrier. He dropped down to 55, and then yeah, he had the fight with that young guy. Forgot his name, so I'm gonna edit it in right there. Haha, hey, cool. And what really struck me from that fight right there was just how patient and in control he looked. Don't remember all the fight because probably kind of drunk. Definitely was kind of drunk. That's sort of how fight nights go. But I do remember him using a strategy and setting up a high kick, and that's pretty much where the fight ended. I think dude wore it sort of like right here. Didn't immediately knock him out, but it stumbled him. He went down, got all weird. And then it's like, I'll never forget it. It's like Cowboy took a second, looked things over, and it's like, all right, now some ground and pound, pop, 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 pop. Dude sort of pulls out of that. And I was how patient and I knew I say meticulous, the whole thing went like maybe another 45 seconds. Then yeah, he crawls over him, gets in a nice little spot, sort of hit him. There's oh, here's the spot. Pop, 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 pop. Stoppage. Next. Oh yeah, my Whataburger. Yeah, I was mid snack where I was like, bro, because I've been watching like 1,000 videos about all these fights. So I'm like, make your own, man. Live the dream. I'm kind of jacked up on Whataburger. That one right there. Just ate my Monterey. So here's quick aside. Here's my Whataburger strategy. Monterey milk and a double meat with cheese, of course. Eat the Monterey milk. This one was kind of hot, like temperature-wise. Great, good job. Of course, you know, your boy got a little spicy ketchup, a little bit of dipping, I think. Got like 1.5 left. I usually don't put the ketchup on the double meat because, hey, double meat is its own thing. It needs to be respected. But the guys at the Whataburger next to my house are always just so high. Like, just like hanging out the window. Were you okay, bro? Like, you want like, those guys like this, like, what, you want like a drink? Or I'm like, I'll take a water? Cool, man. And it was like, bro, why are you just like being near me right now? You're making me really uncomfortable. This one time, or they'll do like the dual lines. The guy just didn't bring me back my change. I was even mad. It was like 7 cents. But the fact he's like, nah, welcome. I'm just like, all right, cool, you do you. Anyway, cool, all jacked up in the Whataburger. I was actually practicing this in my car to try to get just the juices flowing, which is a weird thing when you think about the words that are being said for that. What juices, bro? Leave me out of that. Anyway, yeah. So then he beats Al. He beats Al in the Ally Quinta? Not quite sure. We'll call him Rage now. That's everybody else. And he clearly won that 5-round fight. From the details, like I said, I don't really like to go back and watch fights too often. Like, I'm trying to get better at it because, you know, I've been professional. I'm an emotional guy. And you could see him winning. It just clearly he won most of the exchanges. I think he got popped a couple times, I'm sure. I was a good guy, good fighter rather. But clearly just handled him for 5 rounds. Then Then we get to Tony, Mr. Ferguson. And coming in, I was 100% sure Cowboy was going to win this fight. Like I said, I'm a homer. I'm like, it's my guy, it's going to win. Gosh, I mean, I'm so a Cubs fan. Good. Anyway, I think a lot of people, when I hear them talk about this fight, is they just sort of gloss over Cowboy. I mean, it's automatically like, he just didn't really show up. He never hit that second gear. When he clearly won the first round. Like, he clearly won the first round. Tony clearly won the second round. He was like a step and a half ahead of Cowboy. And yeah, and then Cowboy's eye started like burst out of his head when he did that's one thing. When you break your nose, never blow out because things might be messed up in there and it'll make your eye pop out of its head, which is kind of what happened to Cowboy. He was like, I'm good. I'm good, man. Totally good. Well, wait. I'm good, man. I'm good. Now, I guess maybe if your argument is, let's say slow starter, but he won the first round. Unless you're saying, you should fight someone like that, and he was fighting more like that. So, starts ahead of Tony, and then just gets past somewhere like that. Maybe that's your argument. But that being said, and that's why I hate, because Cowboy's my dude. Like, I think he has like 158 pro fights. It's not that real number, but I don't remember all his accolades, but he literally has like, I don't know if he has like the most fights ever in the UFC or the most wins or he has the most knockouts. He has like all, because he fights like every 3 weeks. Sorry to trail off there for a second. Figured I'd bring it back together. Hence my hair is scarecrowy? Bird's nesty? I don't know. Beard's a mess. Can't quite tell though, because I ain't got the great resolution. Hey. Standard definition king right here. Fardone. Yeah. So Cowboy has everything you can win as a fighter except for a belt. And that's like the whole knock about Cowboys. He never wins the big fight. He starts going up there, gets Tony. Tries to he's trying to get the belt at 55-4. Dos Anjos gets him. He gets knocked out like the first round. And it's sort of, and that's what I've sort of been feeling lately, and then a lot of people have been saying it as well. Cowboy's beginning to become the litmus test guy, whatever you want to call it. You beat Cowboy, you're in the upper echelon of fighter. He's the one that's sort of right on there. And a lot of people are thinking, well, here's a big moment. Is Cowboy about to, choke? Who knows? Like I probably said a second ago, Cowboy can be the best fighter in the world, or not so much, just depending on the day. Gaethje. Now, I said I was a Cowboy homer. I'm a huge Gaethje homer as well. Also, he has the coolest, at least last name in sports. You know how long it took me to figure out how to spell his name? And I was like, I put like Y's and like J's and stuff in it. Then I'm like, wait, Gae, if I remember correctly, Gaethje, and I'm like, how does that get Gaethje? And then best friend Anthony's like, Gaethje, and I'm like, oh geez, it's like old English. I'm like, golly, his family was in like folklore, so I bet. It's like, oh, the Gaethjes that came down from the hills with the fiddles on their sticks. That's always my accent, no matter what country I'm like. It's like vaguely British and maybe Irish, but it's for a man as clearly Irish as me, I'm really bad at doing those accents. My voice is I call it very American. Got to square his voice. Old ladies always ask me if I can sing, but I can't. So I say, holy in the shower, ma'am. And then we all laugh. Anyway, Gaethje. Like I said, I love watching him fight. Doing a little research, and he's like, he's 17-3 overall with 17 knockouts. And who did he lose to? Dustin Poirier just fought for a belt. Was going to make a breakdown of that fight, but it just makes me sad. Not that I'm a Khabib hater. Not at all. Khabib's a monster. But Poirier is literally the best human being in the world. Like, I don't know if it just happened, but there was a kid. Yeah, another quick aside. Sorry to kill the mood. This kid, I guess he was like very, very sick. And had some like weird genetic condition. He got blind, and then he became deaf. And his last wish was he wanted to build a special needs playground so other kids could play. He died. They couldn't know him. Probably could have said that a little smoother. Apologies. But then Oh boy, the Diamond says, you know what? I'm gonna build that park for you. Championship dude. Well, not touchy subject. Sorry. I don't know who his third loss was, and I'm not even gonna look it up because I just feel like talking about it. And that was the big thing at all. Don't get me wrong, the world champions that he lost to, championship level fighters rather, tend to fade a little bit when it gets more towards the later round, like end of the third or in the third, something like that. I was watching some clips of his fight with old boy Alvarez. And yeah, towards the end there, he was just like, ugh, but still, like still just ready to go about it. And so I guess we can finally start breaking this thing down. I mean, it's the most. I sound say it's the most. A lot of this argument is very simple. Oh, here's how this fight should go work. So Cowboy is gonna be the taller, longer fighter. Has more of like the Thai boxing ability. Also has some jiu-jitsu. A lot of people forget about his jiu-jitsu. He has a jiu-jitsu. I talk good, I promise. He has a lot of submissions. I've seen a lot of triangles. That's how I got Mike Perry. He's just like, oh, really? I'll just take this arm real quick. And Mug's like, ah. Oh, can we talk about Mike Perry's nose real quick? Oh, nose. I do not apologize for that. Dude had a question mark on his face. Oh, no. I think Perry may have won the fight. Not too mad about it either way. But yeah, dude's nose. But yeah, he has a submission. What does Gaethje have? Gaethje has better wrestling. And, Dan Hardy had a really good breakdown. Sorry to steal it, but it's pretty. The way he sort of phrased it, the various little sign off was like, Cowboy controls like the outskirts of the fight. He has the length. He's going to have a little better. Now, these are my words in there, but the metaphor, whatever he used for his. Cowboy definitely has, the length. I would say he better game plan, maybe a little crisper striker. I mean, when Joe Schilling is your striking coach, dude, you're going to figure some shit out. You're going to be good. But then Gaethje, a little smaller, a little shorter rather, a little smaller, stouter guy. He's going to be better at the in-your-face, like right up in, like in the phone booth fighting. And he's going to be better at wrestling too. He's going to have a good way to he'll have the advantage in controlling where the fight's going. And I know I keep looking away. I'm not trying to be awkward. That's really me thinking. Make eye contact the whole time. He hasn't blinked in like 6 minutes. But yeah, anyway. So you get in the wheelhouse. Gaethje's definitely winning that fight. And Gaethje probably has the advantage in terms, I would say, yeah, in terms of takedown. Because he's wrestling, stouter dude, get you. However, now here we get to the end. So Gaethje in the middle, Cowboy on the ends. Once you get to the ground, Cowboy has the superior jiu-jitsu, and that'd be a factor too. So how does Cowboy win? Cowboy wins by, don't get me wrong, if he can head kick him and get out of there, dope. But how does Cowboy win? Cowboy picks at him, kicks him. Cowboy's kicks are better than his punches in terms of power. Like, dude, his kicks are weird. When you look at him, it's just like, I want to say slow. To say slow or sloppy, just incorrect. Because dude is a world class, literally one of the best fighters in the world. But it's sort of just like, some people just like, I guess I'm thinking like the pretty just like, kicks. And they're just like, ugh. And just like, dude's just like, oh shit. It's just like, ugh. And so if he can get up there, and that being the taller guy too, especially if Gaethje's trying to come low at him, just whack, hit him with one of those. But yeah, chop that leg. This is me. I'm hitting my leg right now. I realize y'all can't see this. You gotta chop that leg because Gaethje likes that overhand hard ass right. It's weird how it's like he literally like throws it. It looks like it's like not like a. Whenever I pick fight, I feel like the old type of guy is like, ha. His is nothing like that. It's just like, whap. I can't explain it other than that. Watch him fight. Dude looks cool. He punches cool. But in order for him to do that, just like every power puncher, they say take rid of the legs. They can't sit down. They can't plant their feet. They're like, oh man, I'm tired. And then they start punching with arms. Because knockout power, you're touching the ground. I watched a fight science on this, like wherever it is, like 10 years ago, and it changed my life. But yeah, your feet on the ground. Without your legs, you ain't got a lot going on. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure Yoel Romero could just go, pop, pop, and like knock out half the world. But yeah, take his legs away. Now he's gonna have to work harder if he can't get those power shots in. So he's gonna get tired, and then from there, yeah, pick him up, pick him apart. I mean, you could. I mean, there's definitely a possibility. You knock Gaethje out. That's the only way he loses is getting knocked down. He's going to be in there, bang. I'm not. I feel like he's going to get tired, and maybe the way for Cowboy to win. Rather, I know I'm all over the place here. You need to get him to the ground and ground and pound. That's what I feel. Get him tired, chop his legs down, get him to the ground, beat him up a little bit, put him in a submission. If Cowboy wins, that's how I think it's going to win. Now, Gaethje can just knock you out. Now, I don't think Cowboy is super susceptible to knockouts via the head, but his body, dude gets messed up in the body. I didn't realize that's how Masvidal beat him, because that still hurts my heart, because I was convinced Cowboy was going to win that belt too. Masvidal was just like, bah, 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 in the body. Cowboy was like, fuck, until it stopped. There are a few fights. It's weird seeing the Cowboy fights based on his hair. Like, does he have like the balding little mullet in the back? Is he completely bald? But there's a few times you can just see like, oh, I think it was the Showtime fight. That's why I got knocked out. Hit him, just being all weird and being Showtime and jump off the walls and shit. Hit him in the stomach, brought him down. So yeah, I guess that's it. If Gaethje needs to get in close, maybe. Yeah, ideally, yeah, like everybody, get him backed up to the cage where he has nowhere to go. He can't fight at length. He's in that phone booth. Gaethje can hit him in the body. I think what I see is, because I think his guard's going to be too good for him to be just like, womp, 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 especially being like the taller guy who's going to be like, get back here. Just like Gaethje going to hit him like that. I think Gaethje's going to have one of his cool, just little, all the torque in the world, but like your arms are like 7 inches from your body, just pop. Just like he's got to find like one of those like, glass ribs, floating ribs, whatever you call it, get dude in the stomach. Once that happens, automatically your hands are going to come down, which is going to open up the head. That's how you have to do it. Oh, man. So I guess then we get in those, ooh, I got a stain? What is this? Golly, I'm such a child when it comes to clothes. Not even wearing socks right now. Jeez. Oh, pause it real quick. Get my thoughts in order. I'm back. With slightly different hair. I love how just slightly more disheveled I look every time I pause it. So in summation, Gaethje clips him. I guess he just fought that tall dude. Golly, I need to get back in the Whataburger. Starting to fall off. And he got him in the head. Oh gosh, he got that dude in the head, and he fell like dude was like 6 foot tall or something, and somehow landed head first. Like dude meant like this way. I was just like, how did you do that? So he can do it. So Gaethje's secret swim. Let's do that real quick. Make it a short fight. Short fight in terms of length and in duration. Clearly it's one of those, and here we get those weird predictions. Okay, cool. If it goes to a decision, I favor Cowboy. If it ends by a knockout, I favor Gaethje. Well, fucking clearly, yeah. But I guess it really is just as obvious, easy to call as that. Part of me, like going into this, had just like I just don't see Cowboy winning because I'm such an emotional, idiot in that regard. But yeah, so Gaethje needs to get him close, needs to hit him early, quick. Ideally, get the body first. Open it up, because he's more susceptible to that than a head knockout, especially he's more tall and back there. Cowboy. Chop his legs, keep the distance, tire him out, set up a high kick. That'd be dope, because you can knock Gaethje out, but he's more about you gotta hit him a bunch of times. So I think the way Cowboy wins is he gets a head kick, if you know what I'm saying. How he would win is he gets him tired, gets a head kick, maybe Cowboy takes him down, unlikely. Cowboy needs to get him to the ground though. And from there, either ground and pound or submission. Cool, call it, video's over. I love all of you.